Good morning, everybody. It is Wanda here this morning with today's tarot. How are you all? I'm a little bit late. Apologies for that. I was having a chat with the maintenance man. How are you all today? I think I'll just wait for you guys to hop on, see how are you. Anna's here. Good morning, Anna. I'm just waiting. Michelle, good morning. How are you? Type in the comments box hello, where you're hopping on from. Henry, hello, hello. This morning's tarot is just about to happen. Yes, yes, yes. How are you? Where are you all from? Anna, where do you live? And Michelle, where are you from? Henry, if you're still there, where are you from? How are you all? Well, I've left my door open because I thought, oh my gosh, it's 9:30 and I better hurry up and get in there because I was just having a quick chat with the maintenance man of the house. So anyway, he's out there doing his thing in the pool and I'm in here doing my reading. So I'm shuffling the cards. How are you all this morning? How have things been going? Right? Have you been feeling the funny energies of Mercury in retrograde? There's so much going on right now energetically and lots of new things coming up. So rather than worrying about, oh my gosh, I can't do this and I'm a bit afraid of change, you've got no choice around it, people. You've got no choice around it. Change is on the astronomical agenda for everybody. Oh, look, we've got Alberta, Canada. Welcome. Dapto we've got here. I love that. Where else are you? Victoria. Wow, that is so cool. I don't even know. I can't even remember whether I even welcomed everybody. So I'm just going to do it one more time again. Welcome everybody who's here. So what is today's tarot? What does the tarot card sort of tell us? So when I'm actually shuffling the cards, which are these ones here, okay, when I shuffle, before I even start, I create the intention. What is the card for the good of everybody? What is one takeaway that everyone can benefit from? Because we are all one. Even though my name is Wanda and your name is Anna and Melanie and Denise, even though we all have a different name, we're of the same vibration and we are all one in a collective. So when I create the intention for the tarot cards, what happens is, hey, Alexandra, how are you? Oh, Valentino, welcome from New York City. Love it. So what is the card going to show us? And the card that I pick will have a representation for you for that next 24 hours and sometime a little bit longer, depending on whether the card that comes out, right, is either a major arcana card or a minor arcana card. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's do it. We've got enough on right now. So here we go. Now, when I'm shuffling, I sort of get the feeling on the inside, stop. And then that's when I stop and I always take the first card. Hi, Helen. How are you, darling? All good? It's really good to see you all on this morning. All right. I've been told to stop. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Sometimes I hate this card. Okay, look at this. It is the Tower. What does the Tower mean? When you have, this has come up a few times. This means starting something new, looking at something new. And what does this mean for you in your life? It could mean a new relationship. It could mean a new job, things that we have in our world, in your world. It could even mean selling a car. It could even mean selling a car and buying a new one, looking for a new car. It could even mean moving house. And because this is a major arcana card, we can tell because it has the numbers on it. So the first major arcana cards are the ones, they're the original tarot. The other cards were added on much later. But when we have this, it means be willing to let go of what doesn't work anymore for you. And what are you still hanging on to? Are you still hanging on to a shit relationship? Are you still hanging on to a job that gives you no life? Have you still got a bunch of friends that are taking from you but not giving back? Have you got relationships like that in your life? Are they your children? Are they your love relationships? Are they your friendships? Right? So it's looking at every crescent, even into every nook and cranny, just to have a look and see, what is it? Have you got a friend that's draining the life out of you and not giving back? Because friendship, relationship is about cyclical. It's even, and sometimes one might outdo the other, or one might need help and more support. That's fine. But when you've got one in a relationship, especially when there's more giving and not receiving, then there's an imbalance. So this foundation, this tower talks about also an imbalance, that things will crumble down. You've got to make those decisions, because you will not be able to move forward unless you do. And I don't even know why I'm talking about relationships. I suppose it will be a reflection on mine, but I feel that mine are a bit balanced right now. But I'm still going through that process for myself, determining where there's an imbalance. So it'll be based on your own program, where you are at, on how you behave, how you act, and that program where maybe you're a bit like me, where you feel you have to help everybody, and sometimes you need to take a step back. Sometimes you need to take a step back and just let go with the flow. So this tower, as you can see, the top of the tower is burning down. And that is perfectly fine. Let it burn down. Let go. Let go of that old job. Let go of that relationship that doesn't serve you. Let go of those friendships that don't serve you. And I know in this particular time of change, a lot of friendships have been changing. And that is normal. Just go with it. You know, just go with it. Don't be afraid of that change. And can we see the water? You see, we see the water down there, and the water represents our emotions. And when the water is not clean, it means our emotions are muddy. And if our emotions are muddy, it means we need to clean up our act, and we start with ourselves, because everything in our life is a reflection of our own internal beliefs and our ideas. So you might need to ask yourself some hard questions. Am I in friendships and relationships that are also serving me? Am I happy in the friendships, or am I constantly giving and not being in a space of receiving? So they're all the most important parts. Hello, everybody who's hopped on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so that is today's tarot card. Comment in the comments box if that makes any sense for you. Are you sort of toying, or are you in resistance to changing? Are you in resistance to changing friendships, relationships, in business, and anything? Are you resistant? Are you afraid that you're going to lose something? I remember a long, long time ago, a very wise woman saying to me, don't be afraid to let go of relationships. And you might be sad about it, because you might see the quality, you might see the energy, you might see the possibility, but they don't. And unless they're on the same page as you, you are really pushing shit uphill. And 10 years can go by, 15 years can go by, especially in marriages. You know, you think then you've got to work and you've got to try hard and you're going to be this and you're going to change yourself. And maybe it's not always about changing you, particularly if you are in relationships and in friendships. It's all kind of relationships where we need to grow and learn from. And you know what? This never stops. It's not that we were born to believe. Now, this is really an important message for all of you right now. I'm glad that Spirit has reminded me about this, that we think that we have to be in one relationship for the rest of our lives. Well, that might be okay for some people's karma, but it's not for everybody. You know, like, sure, we have friends. We have a value on friends we've known for a long time. That's because you've grown together, right? But, you know, learning about, recycling and reliving and being with new friends and new relationships and new love relationships, and not chronic, but I mean, there is always a change. I don't know who the person said is that you marry one person for life. You know, I don't understand that meaning for myself at all, because I think that some of us have chosen to be with different partners, and that is perfectly fine. It's our society that goes, oh, there's something wrong with you. You've been married twice. Oh, there's something wrong with you. You've got 10 children over 5 marriages. Holy moly, what's wrong with you? Why do we say that that is wrong? On the other hand, why do we say when you're not married and you don't want children, why do we say that's wrong? Is there not a value on the person? Cannot a person decide for themselves what is right for them, and then we respect that and value that? Why is there this value on you've got to be committed in a relationship and that's it? You know, big question mark for me. And I want you to question that too for yourselves, because, you know, sometimes, you know, living in a relationship, friendship, anything, any kind of relationship that no longer serves you, and you know in your heart of hearts that you're doing the best, you know when you're out of integrity. Everybody knows. You know, I remember talking to somebody about their marriage once upon a time, and I won't say the person's name, but this person's husband was having an affair behind her back, and she tells me that she didn't know. Everybody knows everything. You know. And if you didn't, then you're not paying attention. And if you're not paying attention, you're not living in the moment. And if you're not living in the moment, you're not living consciously. You're not living in awareness. You know, you pick those things up, man. It's an energy. Energy in motion. That's what emotion is all about. Energy in motion. Whether it's flowing or it's erratic, it's in, and you pick that up from people. So if you're not aware of those things, it's your job to get aware. So here's today's card, and now I'm going to read for somebody before I go. You know, I go off on tangents. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense for you. The idea about the tower, and that tower on fire crumbles down. I don't know, just show you one more time again. See, there's a man and a woman and they're falling down. Now, I don't like falling down. I don't even like bungee jumping. I don't know about you, but it means something will fall away from you. And if you don't make a conscious decision, sometimes the universe steps in and does it for you. So don't be afraid and go, oh my God, this happened to me. Yeah, I can understand. If you need motivation, raise your vibration. It's very easy to say that, I know. But look, you know, do a little dance. Seriously, we are really in charge. I'm probably going to do a separate video about how we can do that, because now more than ever, we can access the energy of ourselves. Access that. We don't realize how powerful we are. Yes, so anyway, if those of you who are wanting a private reading from me, and I give you good guidance. I had one lady on last week and she was miserable as anything. And I just told her the what so. See, I'm very psychic that way, where I can pick up from your writing what is the actual issue from yourself, what's holding you back, you see. So having said that, if you want a private reading with me, and I will sit with you and I will talk with you and sort of plan. It's a soul reading. Yes, I use the tarot, but I also, this is just a tool. It's just a tool for me to access where you're at right now. And that's how I read. And that's how come I keep getting the renewed clients all the time. They keep just coming back. They keep coming back, not every day, of course, because that would be insane. But I mean, you know, sometimes my clients who they work with me, and they work their life through, and every year, once or twice a year, they come back and they go, hey, I'd love a reading again, Wanda. You know, they need someone that they can trust and that will tell them the truth. If you want someone to tell you BS, then you're only BSing yourself. Does that make sense? So today I'm going to read for Perla. Perla, if you're on, this is for you, and if you're not on, and for those of you who are watching the replay, do that. We've got the Archangel of Reassurance. This card's also for us. The Archangel Raphael is the Archangel of healing and wellness. Helps to open your heart and mind. So Perla, if you've been worried about yourself, or you've been feeling a bit down in the dumps, or any of you who've been feeling a bit down, I know I've been a bit worried about my business at the moment. That's sort of like not moving as fast as I would like it, because I'm you know, an impatient person. It's saying everything will be fine. Open your heart, open your mind. Be available for that. There's hope, there's healing, there's help, there's well-being. And the universe has heard you, and it's available to you now. What do you need to drop in order to receive? What space do you need to be in? And so I can take it for myself. I'm just going to do my thing today and not worry too much about everybody else and what I am doing and what I'm not doing. When I show and open my heart and mind to myself, I'm more available for others. Does that make sense? Okay, so here's today's cards for you. Really get onto this. Listen to this video again if you're just hopped on. And of course, for Perla, the Angel of Reassurance, that everything will work out in divine timing. And divine timing can be in an hour, 2 hours, tomorrow, in a week. And that is okay. Trust that. Trust that. Now there's some people commenting. If you want a reading, here's what you do. Send me a personal message. And what I will do is I send you a PDF of the whole thing, of the prices, how many hours you want, whether you want 15 minutes for one question or whatever. Is all of it's written down. Then you send me a message back. Yes, Wanda, I want this or that and that. Then I send you an invoice, and then we set a date for the reading, and then off we go. Then I get you to do something very important to prepare for the reading, all right? And then I usually talk online with you via Messenger or Zoom or Skype. And you don't even have to come and visit me anymore. So unless you're a local, and if you are a local, then of course I will read for you here locally. But most of my readings these days, guys, I can do that. Why? Because I don't need you physically to shuffle the cards, because I've already picked up the energy in your writing, in the writing that you have written to me as part of the process for the reading. And so when I'm reading what you've written, I get it and I start writing notes down. And usually they are 100%, you know, right on tune. So I'm lucky that I've got that gift, you know, and that I can sense it. I don't even need to read the writing. Even if I'm talking with you, I can hear it in your speaking, what's going on. So, and it's not, I suppose in one way it's experience, but in another way, it's really like an energy feeling, like I pick that up straight away and I go zoop, and I don't bullshit with you. I go, look, this is what is happening. This is what you need to do. And at the end of the day, you could be thinking about it and go, you know what? You know, Wanda was right. You know, this is what she meant for me. Is my job out to hurt people? God, why would I want to do that? You know, and look, I have to admit, I've been so very blessed and lucky to have wonderful clients who have taken on the learnings. And then when they come back 1 or 2 years later and they say to me, Wanda, you told me this. I don't even remember what I said. Sometimes I do, but it's rare. And they say, you said this and you said this and you did this. And I go, well, that's because I'm making sure that when I read for you that I'm in the zone for you. And it's not for me to remember. You know, it's for, the message comes through spirit, well, if you want to call it spirit, or the universe, God, and I speak it. It resonates with you. Sometimes you can get on your high horse, you know, in your mind and not say anything. You're in resistance mode. But sometimes people take 6 months to take action on a reading that I've done 6 months ago, simply because they're not ready, simply because they're in resistance. Their ego has got the better of them and go, oh no, you can do this and you can do that, don't worry. And yet it takes them so long. And the clients say to me, you know what, you told me this 6 months ago and I stayed with that man, or I stayed in that relationship, and finally I let it go and I'm feeling so much better. Or I finally took the courage and changed that job, you know. So that's, you know, that is very important. So I will give you those points. I will give you that information. And it could even be about your own feelings and thinking that could be in your way. It may not even be anything like super major, like a divorce or changing a relationship. But see, those things show up when we're not in balance. When there's something in our lives we need to let go of for now. And trust me, I've had it all. So Perla, I hope that helps you with the reassurance for you. And that this card here, embrace the change. Get ready to sort of fall, and that's okay. It's perfectly okay, because you land in a soft spot. You're landing. You need to just sometimes get off your bum and take the action that you need to do, and you know deep down what it means. Right? Because, you know, I have a radar. I have a bullshit radar in my soul. I can pick up my own bullshit, and I can pick up the bullshit of everybody else. And so if you need a bullshit exterminator, then by all means, personal message me, and I'll be most happy to send you my PDF of my soul readings, and that way then we can go from there. If you put it in the feed, chances are I won't reach out, because I just simply don't have time right now. I do go through the feed and go, oh, I love your message or whatever, and respond that way, but get to me from Messenger. That's the best way, because it's a direct line. Does that make sense? Guys, have a beautiful day today. You know that I love you all. You know that we're all going through change. And what I want to say to you is I'm looking forward to being here tomorrow. Hi, Wendy. How are you? And everyone, Mina and MJ, Karen, who's hopped on. Excuse me, Lorraine, Debbie. Hi, Deb. Isn't it wonderful to be on holidays? All right. So I will see you tomorrow morning, hopefully 9:30 and not so late, and my apologies for my lateness. In the meantime, have a beautiful day. Bye-bye for now.